Hello everyone, it's James here from JVC Paints, and this is the winter camouflage tutorial I was telling you about with the completion of my Soviet Army and that T-34, the hairspray method, where it really worked out well. I decided I would show you guys how to do it with this KV2. So this is a Tamiya 148 kit. And I built it pretty much straight out of the box. I'm just going to give we're almost there, we're almost all the way around. But the basic idea with this tutorial is that what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you things as I update it. So here's the kit made. Next I'll be priming it. After that, you know, I'll have the base coat on there and explain how I did certain things. And then when it actually gets to applying the winter camo, I'll videotape it. The rest of it is probably just going to be updates of like, okay, I did this, I did that. Just because of logistics and this camera and things like that. If you haven't built any Tamiya kits before, they are real good. They're really highly detailed. I find them a lot cheaper than the resin ones and a lot more fun to build. A few things though with Tamiya kits, I'll turn it the other way here. The tracks are always a total pain in the ass for me. I don't like them. As you can see, I've had to kind of fudge it there. It's strange. I can get one side to line up perfectly and then the other side's a total nightmare. And a lot of the smaller bits, like you can see the handles here on the turret, I already had one sort of snap off. I think it was this one, and I had to re-put it on this morning, and things like that. So you just keep that in mind. And so anyway, let's get started. I'm going to prime this black, and I'll take a picture of it when it's all primed up, and then maybe I'll talk over that, and then we'll get into the actual painting the model. Okay, here it is all primed up. I've given it a shot of the Mr. Hobby finishing surface primer. This is the only kind of real half-decent black primer you get in Japan that's somewhat affordable. You can get GW stuff, but you know, I'm not paying $27 for a can of spray paint, so I don't think anybody should. But yeah, here is all primed up. You can see there's some bits and pieces here. Like here, when I was trying to glue down the cable, it kind of got all messed up. So I'll probably just cover that with some snow. But yeah, the handles are they're staying on. Everything looks good. So after this, you're going to see here, I'm going to probably give it the base coat and sort of take some snaps. So stay tuned. Here's the finished KV2. I've done some basic weathering on it, and I've given it 2 coats of Mr. Hobby Dull Coat matte varnish, and I gave it a couple blasts. I think two coats of hairspray. I'm letting it sit, but basically it's a bit shiny, so don't be alarmed when after you put the hairspray on it, the model turns kind of to like a semi-gloss. It's normal. It helps out with the frosty effect later. You'll see. And I've just done some basic weathering, you know, just little bits of rust here. This part I'm going to cover with snow. I kind of messed it up. That's one good thing about this technique. You can do things like that. But, you know, just a little bit more wear and tear on the top where the guys would be climbing in and out of the turret and things like that. But yeah, I think the model turned out well. I mentioned before that I'd messed up the tracks, but you won't be able to tell later. I mean, you will because, you know, I've told you. But yeah, this is it. So next time you guys see this, it's going to be in white. And I'm going, instead of just saying, you know, giving you like, oh, I'm done, update, I'm going to show you, I'm going to actually scrub it down with the toothbrush and show you how it's done, and the tools you use, and then the final effect, and then we'll give it another blast of dull coat, and then it'll be done. So yeah, stay tuned. Check it out. I've airbrushed the KV2 with the Tamiya white. It was pretty thinned out. Sorry about the shaky cam here right now. But yeah, I just gave it a kind of a light blast all the way around. I did the turret separately from the hull. And yeah, so I'm getting ready, pardon me, getting ready to scrub it down. I'm going to figure out a way to get this camera set up so that I can show you the actual scrubbing down of it. And we'll see how it turns out. Let's check it out. I'm going to start brushing it down here. I'm going to start with the turret. This is a really weird thing to do. If I suddenly have Tourette syndrome, it's because of the camera setup here. This is new frontier for me. So yeah, so the water here is kind of warm, and the toothbrush is kind of new. I've only used it once. But what you do, I'm going to start on the turret here. You just start scrubbing it. Put some elbow grease into it, and then you can just see now it's starting to go. You can just see that it's scratching up. So you can pick up the pace here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to really get in there. Maybe you need a bit more water. You're going to get over the handles and the star here. And you do it like that. I might just do the one side of the hull here for time, and show you, or pardon me, the one side of the turret here, maybe the top a little bit here. Let's get on the top. So these guys will be running around on the top of this thing. You don't have to really be that gentle. The only thing you got to really be careful, oh, let me get back into frame there, is of the small bits like here on the back door MMG here. You just got to watch out for the little parts I should say, like the handles and hooks and things like that, like on the turret here. We'll do a bit more on the gun. So, but yeah, just you can see it's starting to flake. Let's turn it a little bit more towards you guys here, and that's basically it. And I'm just going to use this paper towel here to sort of take off some of the excess. And I'm going to get back in there and do that red star. Let's get this red star out of the way, because that's something I really kind of want to stand out. There we go. Okay. Let's see how that looks. We'll take the paper towel to it. It's still not popping. So that's the basic idea of it. I'll give this a bit more. I don't want to waste all your time. This is the basic thing. You can see the effect that it has. I'm not going to do any other sorcery or magic or anything with it, but I'm just going to try that off. And then let's get started. I'm going to just show you how I would do on the tracks and things. Now the tracks, of course, you want them to be as dark as possible. So let me get my hands back in here. Okay, you can do the wheels a bit too. So they have a lot of wear and tear. Let's just do the top here real quick. Really put some effort into it. Oh, you can't see that. I'm sorry. It's like I said, man, this is new territory for me here. But this is basically the Hairspray method. I'm going to go through, I'm going to do the rest of the tank, and I'm going to show you the end result. And if I tart it up in any little places or anything like that, I will let you know what I did exactly. But yeah, there you can sort of see that the effect has come through pretty good. So next time you see this thing, it's going to be 100% finished. And I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. Here's the completed KV2 with the winter whitewash camo using the Hairspray method. I'm pretty satisfied with it. To be honest though, I don't think it turned out as my initial T34 project, but still, nonetheless, I think it looks pretty good. Since the last time you saw this, I was scrubbing it down. I just went over it a little bit here, like here I put a bit of a muzzle flash here. I put some snow, sort of, it might have accumulated while it was moving around. Let me just turn it here with my hand. I'll show you the back. I just did the MMG on the front here. These guys are for scale, of course. And on the back, I just put some, I did the, let me pan up here. As you can see, I did the engine gratings and then just some smoke and stuff that would be on there. But yeah, I think it turned out okay. It's not perfect, but I'm pretty satisfied with it. So that's how you do it. I think this time around, though, what I would suggest is when you're doing this, make sure that you put enough hairspray on it. So I think the first time I did the T34, I think I did 2 really kind of heavy coats of it. And I think with this one, for some reason, I did 2 coats, but I don't think I went as heavy on it. So it really, you can see on this side, you can see the red star came out pretty well, and that's exactly what I wanted. However, on the other side, I don't think I hit it as much. So, but it still looks okay. I'm not complaining. So yeah, so the guys there, they're just for scale, of course. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it helps out some guys. It's really easy to do.
And I highly recommend it. If I do some German winter stuff in the future, maybe a Panzer III to go up against this Winter Army, or I don't know. I've been looking at those Winter Italians and Winter Romanians on I think it's Great Escape Games. I don't know. Hungarians are coming out, so we'll see. But for right now, I'm kind of done with winter. We're in the middle of it, and painting this army was kind of a bit too much. But anyways, guys, that's it for this time. Stick around. Maybe next week, the week or so. I've got a game coming up, so hopefully I can put that up. And I'm waiting for stuff still to come from Warlord and Stosy and Blacktree. So yeah, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks again. Bye-bye. Keep those brushes moving, too.